and then I'll get this out. All right, good. So I wanted to welcome everybody to this. Thanks for jumping on. I know it was last notice, but we are super excited for the EXP Military Network launch. Just so you know, it started off as an idea less than a year ago. They had a soft launch of it at shareholders where they had, I think, 11 states signed up. And as of EXPCon, we have all 50 states. We have what they call state squad leaders. Stacey and I were able to be in the right place at the right time and hear about it. I have 12 years of military experience. I know a lot of you on here also do, or you have military family members, or you're a military spouse, or you're somebody who's a huge military supporter. And so we thank all of you for your service. A little round of applause for everybody on here who jumped on. Thanks for getting on today and for volunteering. One thing you learned in the military, never volunteer for anything, because it never turned out good. But the bowling team, anybody ever joined for the bowling team in basic, right? You scrubbed toilet bowls, didn't you? That wasn't that awesome. But that's not what this is. This is going to be incredible. So first of all, there's a YouTube video that's going to get into all the details. I'll post the link underneath this. Today is after, assuming that you've already watched the YouTube video. So if you're going to be lost a little bit, maybe you haven't watched that one yet about what we are, but let me put this up. This is the EXP Military Network right here. I'll share my screen. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that. Brian Evans says, yes. Aaron Sattler says, yes, they can see it. So the EXP Military Network is going to be for veterans, by veterans. And when they say for veterans, by veterans, we're talking veteran supporters, veteran spouses, anybody who appreciates the sacrifice that our veterans make so we can live in a free country. Okay, now I'm going to read through these real quick. First of all, we're going to be doing community building. We're going to be a community of military spouse member agents and EXP staff offering national and state programs and events. The national events are going to be EXPCon and Shareholders Convention. The state programs are going to be put on by us, and we're going to talk about that here in just a second. Education, programs on VA financing, military markets, business and personal growth, wealth building for military and more. Veterans resources, so veterans resources, benefits, disability, PTS, mental health for veterans and military spouse, agents, and staff. Career transitions, both people getting out of the military and also military spouses who maybe their spouse is deployed and they want to get in. We've got a great woman on our team, Jessica Lombardi. She hit Icon agent actually as a brand new agent while her husband was stationed in both Florida and New Mexico. So she does both states and moves over, and she helps military people, PCS. How about that, right? Very cool. Military spouse initiatives. We just talked about her. She was a military spouse. And then the last one is relocation and referrals, right? An active relocation and referral network to exchange business between military and military spouse agents at EXP. How cool is that? Now, there is a reason that relocation referrals was last, because this program was set up to serve. If you're a military person and you got in, or your military spouse, you know, you didn't do it for the money, right? You didn't get in the military to get rich. That's for sure. You lost money being in, but you were a person of service. As realtors, we're people of service. So it's last on there because it should not be our main focus, okay? We don't want it to be the focus, but it will be, trust me, it will be a byproduct. We all know military, like we're a brotherhood, a sisterhood, right? We are all together in this. And so we are going to share business back and forth, and veterans like working with veterans. So let's get into this thing. First thing, if you have not joined the EXP Military Network Workplace Group, make sure you join that one. Secondly, and you guys may not know about this one yet, they created an EXP Military Network referral group. Two different places. The EXP Military Network Workplace Group is simply for information about things that are going on, veterans resources, things like that. All the service we're supposed to be providing to our local community, information is going to be there. And you can take that and you can share that to your main Facebook pages and things like that. The referral group is only for referrals. Hey, I'm looking for an agent in Cincinnati, Ohio. I think Brian Evans, you out of Cincy, right? Or you out of Cincy, Aaron? Where are you guys out of?
I'm in Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Aaron,
where are you out of?
Just by Akron.
Beautiful. That's right. That's right. Summit County. And Kimmy, you're in Medina, right?
Yep, I'm up in Medina County. I live in Brunswick.
Yeah, Medina Bees. Woo! Back in the 80s. Anyways, all right. So we're going to have different areas of the state and things like that, but we're going to be able to pass referrals back and forth, not just within the state, but 87,000 agents strong across the country, growing to 500,000. So you get the idea of being in here in the beginning. How this is going to be very important for you because you're going to be identified as an area leader. And look, we got area leaders right here, right now. We got Medina County, Summit County, and Cuyahoga. Boom. I think what we're going to do with Cleveland is we're going to divide it kind of like by 71, have east side and west side. Who's my west side people? Brian, where are you, east or west?
I'm on the east.
East side, baby. Where you, Willoughby, Willowick? Where you at over there? Mentor?
Euclid, close.
Euclid. All right, love it. Okay, beautiful. So make sure you join those groups. And if you're watching this recording, go pause, go join the group and come back. Great. EXPCon was amazing. We had an awesome event. We had all the leadership. Just so you guys know, we were the only affinity group. And when they say affinity group, these are all these different groups that EXP does on the side. We were the only one they let us have our own breakfast and our own meeting because Glenn, Michael Valdez, Jason Gessing, Jeff Whiteside, I'm missing some people. So if you're watching, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I missed your names. But the leadership was all there. And they got up at dark 30 to get up for our breakfast and come to that. And some of them looked rough. You could tell they had a long night like the rest of us, but it was military. The coffee was black and it was strong. It was good. All right. I mentioned the YouTube video. Here's our next event coming up, Veterans Day. So we know this is early as last second, but what we're looking to do is in each local area, run some type of EXP Military Network Veterans event. Now, if this is too soon for you and you can't get it done, not a problem. Team up with somebody else that's close to you, right? If the 3 counties up there in Northeast Ohio want to get together, but if you want to do it in your own county, that would be the best, right? Stacey and I are going to run Franklin County down here in Columbus, and we've got some people on the outskirts who are going to run it too. But we're looking for you to just do some type of veterans event, some type of event where you can be there. By the way, there's swag you can get, shirts. I'll put the link here in a little bit because I don't have it off the top of my head. Stacey, you'll probably get that for us. She's going to pop it in. Good. Into the Zoom chat box, but you're going to be able to get EXP Military Network shirts, EXP Military Network hats. There's flags. There's all kinds of stuff. They got all the swag, right? It's done for you. But something you can do. So here's some ideas that people are doing. Some people are partnering up with a VFW, American Legion. Some people are going to hook up with a restaurant, a local restaurant that loves veterans. And they're going to say, hey, if we bring our allied partners in to pay for, let's say, 1 appetizer and a beer for each veteran that comes in, would you be okay with us piggybacking on your event? Right? Now you got somebody picking up the tab for that restaurant to advertise free beer and a free appetizer for each veteran. It's going to bring veterans in, EXP Military Network. Maybe you can have a little table there or something like that. They'll let you do that, or hang our flag in there, something, or maybe appetizer and beer paid for by EXP Realty Military Network. How cool is that, right? Just something out there, get some social media pictures, things like that. And we're going to put it in the EXP Military Workplace Network place. And of course, you're going to be able to put it on your own social media. Like, look, Stacey and I obviously are big military supporters. We want to help the military too, but also we're in business, as all of us are that are on here. It is a great way to cross bridges and get in front of people that you haven't gotten in front of before. Some rules with the social media, and this is in the YouTube, but it's worth saying again because it's very important. EXP Realty is tops. We're the #1 largest independent brokerage in the world. We're, as a whole, we're getting ready to take down some behemoth franchise groups. We're getting ready to cross RE/MAX. We're going to take over Realogy. We're going to beat out Keller Williams. We'll be the #1 biggest brokerage in the world, not just biggest independent. When you're at the top, people want to take shots at you. We have to make sure we follow the rules. Okay? So here's the rules. Don't create your own marketing. Don't go out and try to recreate the wheel. All the marketing's done for you. We're going to paste it in our workplace chat group. So everybody who wants to be an area leader, like you guys who are on here, we create a workplace chat group. Stacey, you got everybody in there right now? Brian Evans, Kimmy your Singleton, is that your last name? Give me a thumbs up if that's right. Yep. And Aaron Sattler. Great. And there's some others. in that chat group, we're going to post the links for all the specific made Ohio EXP Military Network stuff you're allowed to use. You can blast that stuff everywhere. Super excited, Brian. You know, I'm super excited to be the area leader for East Side Cleveland EXP Military Network. We're launching this, and here's what we're going to be doing, right? You can put that stuff out there, and it's a way to promote your business while taking care of veterans. Now, some of the other stuff we're going to be doing once we get Veterans Day out of the way is we're going to start working on providing local resources for veterans. Most veterans have no idea all the stuff that's out there for them. I just learned something today, that if you did 24 months continuous active duty service, you qualify for veterans healthcare benefits. I didn't know that. I thought you had to retire. I did 12 years, so I was like, all right, I'm out. 2 years active duty, and I just found that out today on the EXP Military Network Workplace. Okay, there's millions of stuff out there like that that we can do, and that'll be great. Stacey and I are going to be sponsoring some Ohio type Zooms. One we're going to be doing is for VA loans. Whoops, there's Stacey. You're not muted. Let me mute you. There you go. We're going to be doing one for VA loans to help realtors help veterans know what they qualify for on the VA loans. Oh, there we go in the chat box down there. If everybody can see that, the milnet.myshopify.com. That's where you can get, what's that? For swag. So everybody can see that too. Yep, Kimmy said check with the local armory too. That's great. Okay. I'm going to give everybody a chance. I'm going to unmute here in a second since it's recording on there. So November 11th, it's Friday, November 11th, is Veterans Day. I know, short notice, but look, we're used to being military people. We're used to them saying, here's the mission. You're going to get it done yesterday, right? That's kind of what we're working on here. And here's what you're going to love. You're going to love this. Stacey and I are the state squad leaders, but we are not your boss. You guys are all independent, rock star, realtor, entrepreneurs. You're going to take it and go. Let's see what you can do. You're going to follow the rules, which is basically use EXP's corporate lawyer. Lots of lawyers looked at our stuff, attorney approved marketing materials, and you're going to go with it. You cannot present yourself as a 501c3. We can't do that because we are a for-profit business, right? So you're not going to donations that are made by your affiliate partners. For example, here's what Stacey and I got. We have our person we send our home insurance clients to. We have our lender. We have our title company. We have our home inspector and our home and warranty people. They have all agreed to chip in and split the bill at a restaurant that we're going to be working at here out of Columbus, where we're going to be picking up a beer. We don't want to buy them all their drinks because of the attorneys, right? We don't want to have the veterans coming in and getting sauced on us, but a beer and an appetizer, right? And the restaurant was cool with that. We're going to pick up the tab and we're going to pay that with our allied partners. So it's not coming out of our pocket. Cool, right? And they get to be a part of it. And why would they do that? Because we send them our business. That's an idea that you can do, okay? The areas, let's see, who jumped on here? John, what area are you out of, John?
I'm out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Cool, what side? East side, west side?
West side, Westlake.
West side, give us the west side, Cleveland west side, Westlake, there you go. So who was our guy, Stace? We're gonna hook you up with another guy that we met, EXP Con, who's from the west side. He just got back, Army Ranger guy that we met at EXP Con that wants to work over there too. So we'll kind of pair you guys up based
Awesome.
on locations and you work
Yeah,
together.
love to connect.
Cool, we'll hook you up on that. If you have not joined the workplace chat group, make sure you join that. We'll make sure you're in on that and the EXP Military Network workplace group. Okay.
Already there.
We covered military swag. That's everything I had on my list. Who's got a question? Since this is being recorded, let's throw any questions you have out there and people can watch it as an FAQ. And we'll call these the SOPs, standard operating procedures from there. Anybody? Go ahead, unmute and go for it. There's my dogs joining us.
Not so much a question, but for the west side, for Cuyahoga, you have the National Guard Armory there. So it'd be good to check with them because they have a big gym for an
Beautiful.
event.
Yeah, if you feel you have the time and stuff to put on an actual event and drive veterans there, great. Stacey and I didn't feel like we had that kind of time, so we're just piggybacking off of a restaurant that's already got it set up and going with it. They've got the staff and things like that. But yeah, if you can knock that out, that would be Amazing. That would be great. Good stuff, Kimmy. Who else got something?
So what's the expectation like as how often we should try to schedule stuff?
Yeah, so there's no expectations, but there are some big days that are going to be big events, right? Veterans Day, obviously huge, right? 4th of July, right? It's going to be huge for veterans. I think the company, and you'll watch on Workplace what people are doing for other things that they're running. What's the other big days? Why I'm blanking out. I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning. What's the other big military
Memorial
days?
Day.
Memorial, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The greatest generation. How can we forget them, right? Memorial Day. What else?
That's just the Armed
We'll
Forces
have
Day
more.
and
We'll have more as we come up with. Right?
I know we're supposed to be offering resources. So you said
Yeah.
before, like pamphlets and stuff like that. Where do you suggest we get those? Should we maybe get with the
So
VA hospital or like some recruiters or something to get some?
Anything locally that you can do, that you can set up, that you can do that. What EXP Military Network is asking you not to do is, Stacey, you know the legal jargon on this. Say it exactly right, the way they said. We cannot place ourselves as, we cannot say we're a 501c3. Also, we're not allowed to say we are EXP Military Network, right?
You can, as long as you're not collecting funds at the military network. See,
As long as we're not collecting funds as the EXP Military Network, because anytime we start taking money in as donations,
it's sponsored by cannot be used.
can you hear her when she's way back there?
No,
Come up here, they can't hear you.
yeah, not so much the funds. I was talking about resources. So if we get a pamphlet or something like that.
Yeah,
Because I know
anything
you
local.
said that, I think, on the YouTube video.
Yeah, anything locally you want to set up, you want to do it. If you want to do it out of a VFW or something like that, you're welcome to go with it. The company is giving so much latitude on this
Okay.
to set up what you think you can do. That doesn't help a lot as far as basically the guidelines are: don't break the rules, and then go see how big you can grow it, how big you can make it, and how involved you want to be. You can go for it and make it as big as you want.
Any handouts have to go through me.
Provided that, yeah, if you're creating anything, Kimmy, so let's make sure we got this straight. If you're creating anything that's you designing it, it has to go through our attorneys at EXP and things like that. If it's a VA pamphlet that you know of that they don't know, you can hand that stuff out all day long. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, good. So a lot of the stuff is available through the VA, but everybody on here that has tried to ever navigate the VA, it's easy to get lost, especially for people my age and older, right? I just got a computer like yesterday, so I'm learning how to use this internet thing. And there's stuff out there you don't know about. For example, my dad who lives in Medina County, I didn't know he qualified for in-home healthcare because he was in Vietnam. Because he was in Vietnam, he didn't get disabled in Vietnam, but he is disabled now. He gets like money for taking care of him in his house. And we didn't know it was even available. I didn't know it. He didn't know it. He had just thrown his hands up and given up, said, I can't deal with their crap going through the VA out of Cleveland. And so there you go. That type of stuff. We can help veterans with that. That's information we can provide on our personal Facebook pages. They are asking, and we'll make sure we say this so people watching it, don't create your own Facebook groups, right, Stacey? Don't create your own Facebook, like we're the Medina County EXP Military Net Facebook group. They don't want 1,000 different Facebook groups because it's too hard to control. And then somebody gets in that group and they say something that doesn't go along with whatever. And now it's a problem all the way up through the chain. People are now suing EXP, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
So if we kind of do like a little video interview, I know a couple veterans that point out some stuff like you going through the VA system. Yeah, there's some things that a lot of other veterans might not know about. So we sit down and have a little video interview, put it on our Facebook page or social media. Good.
Yeah, perfect. Your YouTube channel, your Facebook page, and it's you, Aaron, being the resource to local veterans, right? You're the face of it, the name of it, and you're out there doing it with, the EXP Military Network swag on, right? The hat, the shirt, There goes my dog. It's gonna kill somebody. Had to mute myself. That's our friendly German Shepherd. No one's ever breaking into this house. All right, great. No, these are great questions. Who else got something? I would assume as the group, as EXP Military Network becomes older than just a month old, basically, they'll have other guidelines and ideas of what they want you to do and what they would expect out of an area leader and things like that. But right now it's find your own way. They're going to see what works, and then they'll probably adjust on the fly, right? Every battle plan is perfect till you make contact with the enemy, sort of stuff. And that's probably what we're looking at on this as we go. So the great part is you're in early, you're right at the beginning, and you can take this thing and run with it. If you got time and resources to blow it up and make it huge in your area, you're the person, right? That has its benefits of being that. And so I'm excited to see what everybody can do. And grab your swag off the milnet.myshopify.com. It's in the chat box if you want to click the link. We're also going to put it in our workplace chat group so that you have it. It does take a little time. It took me a week to get shirts. So if you go in there now, get on that. And anybody else? Anything they want to add? I like to keep these short and sweet. Probably already talked too much. Questions that you have individually for your specific thing, that if it applies to the group, stick it in the workplace chat group. If yours is just an individual question, you can just send a workplace chat to Stacy or I. Will you include both of us, please? We share the same brain, but sometimes one sees it, one doesn't. We're flying a million different directions. And if you send to workplace chat, expect a 24-hour turnaround on getting back to you. If you send to our text, you can get a 90-second or shorter turnaround if you text it. It's a lot faster. And our texts are all over the graphics and stuff in the workplace chat group. Make sense? We'll do these once every 2 weeks, and they'll be shorter and shorter as we go. But this first one, I wanted to make sure we record it. So I'm going to paste it to YouTube channel and then put it in the group too. You can share it with other people. If you got EXP friends in your area that you want to do this with, go recruit them. Recruit, right? EXP and also the military. Go recruit them to be part of your group, right? Your area leader. That's what we're going to call you, area leader. And your area is whatever area you're defining. And we get out there and do it. Let's see what Ohio can do. We grew from 2 people to, I think, where are we at now, Stacy? 40 or 50 involved? It's pretty quick in a week. So well done. Thank you guys for volunteering. And without that, if no other questions, we'll jump off. Go ahead,
Great.
John.
Thanks for everything you and Stacy are doing, Jim. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's we love giving back, and we love veterans. And in our house, we say this: freedom ain't free. Someone died for that freedom. So we don't give it up. We don't give it up easy.
Right, brother.
God bless, friends. Have a great week.
Absolutely. I'll get this
Right.
video out, send it to your friends, see if they want to be involved, and bring them on with you, and let's knock it out.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
All right,
Thank
we'll
you.
talk in 2 weeks. See you guys.
Bye.